Oh, what is up, everybody? I hope everybody is doing well. It is a very hot day today in the storage unit. Yeah, it's just hot. But yeah, if you guys are new to this channel, what is up? My name is Jacob. I am a full-time online reseller. I own a reselling business, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically a online thrift store. I buy and sell used clothing all over the internet. And yeah, I basically have been using this YouTube channel as a way to document the process of me trying to scale my business. I think it's gonna be really cool, like looking back on this channel 5 years from now, seeing the incremental progress as time goes along. But yeah, I just try to provide some fun, entertaining, but also informational videos about business and entrepreneurship. And I also dive into some clothing, vintage clothing, heritage style clothing, all that fun stuff. But yeah, this is the channel. Obviously subscribe, like, comment. That would be super rad. And yeah, my name is Jacob. Nice to meet you guys. So like I said, it has been a very hot morning and afternoon. I've just been hard at work. I got my shipping done for today. I had like 13 orders I had to get done. A few more trickled in while I was working here, which is cool, but I'll probably have to get those tomorrow because gotta get the shipping labels, all that stuff. But I have been working hard on getting a whole bunch of new inventory prepped, ready to list. I got like 500 photos taken this morning, so I gotta, when I get back home, I'm gonna start listing all that stuff. But yeah, as you can see, my new inventory system is going super well. Hopefully I got that in the frame, but I am stacking up these storage tubs like crazy. And if you don't know or you're curious, what I've been doing is every single item basically gets polybagged, and then it has an inventory number. And it's just a really good way of keeping my inventory in check now. It's just way easier to keep it. As you can see, everything is in a specific box. I can find it right away, as opposed to digging through racks, which I still have to do a little bit with some of my older inventory. But yeah, it's been working out super well, and it's kind of cool. These are like Legos, like you just stack them up, and it's kind of cool to see kind of my progress, so to speak. I'm really getting cramped in here. Moving into a new storage unit soon. But yeah, I'm so cheap. It's almost bad. I'm really trying to get the most use out of this one as I can. So I got a little bit of room to spare. I'm really gonna max it out. But yeah, that's not the point of today's video. Today's video is actually a little haul video. I found a couple really cheap items that I'm really excited to share with you guys. They are new with tag inventory, and if you don't know what that means, it basically means that the item is brand new. It still has its original tags intact. Just to preface this a little bit about my business, obviously you can see a ton of clothes in the background. I primarily sell clothes on apps like the Poshmark app, and what basically new with tag inventory means is that I can charge a premium for an item because it's brand new with its original tag. I'm gonna throw the camera up on the tripod. It's only 2 items, but I cannot believe how cheap these were, especially one of them. It should have been way more expensive, but I will go through all that with you. It's extremely good inventory. I'm so happy I was able to find it, and I didn't expect to find it. It was just kind of on a whim, so I'm super excited to share with you guys. I got some tips along the way. Make sure you stay tuned throughout the entire video so you don't miss a thing. But let's get into some of this new with tag inventory that I'm excited to share with you guys. Let's go. All right, so I am very excited to show you guys these couple items I bought, and it's, like I said, it's a very unorthodox way of buying items. I really did not intend to buy any inventory, and long story short, me and my girlfriend were just having a fun shopping day out on the town, and she really needed to go to Ulta, the makeup store, because she had to grab a few things or whatever, which is all good. And it's in a little like strip mallish kind of like outlet mall area, and right next to Ulta there is a Ross store, and if you don't know what Ross is, and I'm sure you do, it's like a TJ Maxx. It's kind of like one of those discount stores where they sell like just a whole bunch of different things, home goods, clothing, you know, blankets, all that stuff. They literally have everything, and I kind of like to browse around there. You know, I typically have no luck finding clothes there. I obviously always look every time I go in, but I more so, that's like where we buy like toys for our dog, and like candles, and like just little stuff for around the house, cookware, stuff like that. So that's kind of what I kind of went in there for. Maybe just see if there's any good deals around, because I never have any luck with their clothing. They sell like really, Ross, in my experience, they have kind of the cheaper brands, and they're kind of priced just like a little too much, where there's not much meat on the bone left for me as a reseller to resell it, unless I'm buying something for myself. But I actually lucked out. They must have had some fresh clearance or something. Like I said, I only bought 2 items, and I'll just show you guys the first one to show you guys the level, a level of quality and price that I got items at. So this first one is actually, as you can see, an Adidas hoodie sweatshirt, a really nice one. It's like that athletic material, super nice sweatshirt. It's got the MSRP of $55, tags attached, all good. But yeah, I will show you guys what I paid for this, because it was dirt cheap. So I don't know if you guys can see that. You should be able to now. I paid $3.50 for this sweatshirt, and there's literally nothing wrong with it. I checked for stains, holds, because sometimes like if the company damages a garment or it's like something like that, they'll mark it down like super heavy like that. But no, this one is in perfect condition, which is super rad. $3.50 for a brand new Adidas sweater. I mean, I buy Adidas sweaters used for that price, so having a brand new one with the tags attached is a fantastic deal. And it's a really cool looking sweater. I think it'll do super well on the second hand market. Honestly, I should have no trouble getting like $20 plus $25 for it, which is super rad. And like I said, I have no luck at Ross ever, but I got a super nice Adidas sweatshirt that I'm gonna be able to flip pretty quick, is what I'm assuming. Because what is so cool about it is I can list it for like $20 to $25, and at MSRP it's a $55 sweater, so whoever's gonna buy it is gonna get a 50% discount on the sweatshirt itself, while I'm able to make a healthy profit as well. So literally everybody wins in that situation. And new at tag inventory always sells really fast, so I'm super stoked about that find. It was dirt cheap, but what I'm more stoked about is actually this jacket right here. This thing is super nice. I'm just gonna dive right into it, but this is actually a Carhartt Storm Defender jacket. There it is. There's the Carhartt logo. Carhartt Storm Defender jacket. So here's what's really cool about this jacket. And like I said earlier in the video, Ross, in my experience, at least the one that I have locally, they have a lot of like just kind of lower key brands, like they sell like US Polo Assassin or Association instead of like the actual Ralph Lauren brand, and they sell like Fila, which is fine, but like Fila's kind of like a step down from like Adidas and Nike. I know they had their little trendy moment and all that stuff, but they just kind of sell like the lower tier, kind of bottom of the barrel brands. And I've actually never seen anything Carhartt in there before. This was literally on the rack, and unfortunately this jacket was not $3.50, but it was close. This jacket was literally dirt cheap. And if you don't know, these Carhartt jackets, they retail for over $100. Their Storm Defender series, it's kind of like Carhartt's version of Gore-tex. And if you don't know what Gore-tex is, it is a highly sought after and desirable textile, because not only is it highly water resistant, actually Gore-tex, I believe they claim it's waterproof, but it's also breathable. So it's not like a traditional heavy plastic rain jacket where obviously it's going to keep you dry, but if you sweat in it, it just is, it's really gross and it doesn't breathe. This is like their version of Gore-tex. So not only is it highly water resistant, maybe even waterproof, but it also allows you to breathe. So that's really sought after, because especially when you get into, well, Carhartt is a workwear brand, so especially when you get into workwear, this is a highly desirable jacket, because when guys or girls have to work in really harsh weather environments such as heavy rain, but you still have to get the job done, they're gonna need something like this, something that they can work in, not get wet, but also let their body breathe so they don't get all clammy and sweaty, and you know, it's not a good recipe. So that's why something like this is highly desirable. The Carhartt Storm Defender series, and like I said, these jackets retail for over $100, and they're very sought after. They're very good garments. Obviously Carhartt is renowned with having robust heavy duty garments, and this jacket is no exception. But I found this jacket on the rack. It was in the clearance section, but it didn't have a price tag. You could actually see that at one point it did have a price tag, but there was no price tag to be found. And this is the only Carhartt jacket that was on that rack, so I couldn't, you know, compare it to another one and see like, oh, okay, you know, it's whatever, 50 bucks or whatever, which is what I figured it would have been listed at, between $50 and $70. So, you know, I was like, okay, you know, I obviously want to know how much it is. So I brought it to the checkout with the other things I was buying. And I asked the lady, who was super nice, I said, hey, you know, this garment doesn't have a price tag. Could you do a price check on it? I'd be interested in it if it's not, you know, depending on the price. And she said, sure, you know, all good. And she, you know, looked at the jacket. She typed a few things in on her computer. And to my surprise, I was thinking it was going to be like $50 to $70. I figured she would look up like Carhartt jacket, and they would have like a pricing system to understand what this jacket or a jacket of this quality would sell at the Ross store. But to my surprise and my delightment, she looked at me very nicely, and she was like, oh, it looks like the jacket is $9.99. And I almost couldn't keep the smile from coming on my face. And I was so delighted. I was like, oh, okay, $9.99. I would love to take it for that. And she was more than happy. She rang me up at $9.99, and yeah, I bought this brand new with tags Carhartt jacket that retails for over $100 for under 10 bucks, which is crazy. But yeah, I don't know if I showed you the tags. It is new with tags. It's not like it was a jacket that somebody left in the store or anything. Super stoked about this. And I guess here's my kind of theory as to why I got such a good deal on it, is because when she actually rang it up, I saw on the little screen, you know, where you pay, where you put the card in, and like the Adidas hoodie, it said like Adidas male or men's sweatshirt, blah blah blah, $3.49, something like that. It kind of had a brief description of the item. When she rang up the Carhartt jacket for me, all it said was men's outerwear. So I think she kind of gave me the generic price of a men's outerwear garment, which I'm super thrilled about, because I don't think they get a lot of Carhartt in there. So maybe she didn't have anything to compare it to, which I'm totally cool with. But yeah, I paid 10 bucks for that Carhartt jacket, all because it didn't have a price tag. So let's be honest here. Obviously, do not go into any store, rip off a price tag off of a garment, and go try to check out with it thinking you're going to get a better deal, because they will probably just look up the item like it should be, and they'll give you the price that it always was. I think this is a very rare instance, and let's think about this long term as well. I'm not promoting going out there just specifically looking for items that don't have price tags, and seriously, do not take any price tags off of items and try to check out with them. It is not a good recipe for success, because if you think about it in the long-term situation, could you get away with it once, maybe twice, and get a good deal on something? I mean, sure. Because if it's a store you plan on going to at least with some sort of frequency, it's not a good recipe for success. I mean, obviously, if you're the person who just keeps on coming up to the register time after time with no tags on any items, they're probably going to catch on to you. It's not a very smart thing to do in general. I just happen to be very lucky. Everybody was super good. I even mentioned to them, I couldn't find any other garments with similar price tags. They treated me very fairly, and I feel like I treated them very fairly as well. And I ended up getting a good price on an item. And I mean, it was kind of the luck of the draw, and I just was super lucky. and that's that. I just kind of wanted to share with you guys because it's kind of a cool experience. I was really happy. So yeah, I guess those are my 2 new with tags items that I will be listing here pretty soon. Super stoked on both of them. They were great buys, and that Carhartt jacket, it's awesome. Got it for a great price. But yeah, I'm going to be listing these in my next batch of items that I have to list. My work is cut out for me today. I don't think I'm going to get into taking any more photos. I'm just kind of ready to get back a little bit, probably have some lunch, and kind of settle down and do computer work for the rest of the night because it is hot out. But yeah, that is today's video. I hope my story was somewhat entertaining. I hope you thought the items were cool. I hope you were able to pick up something along the way as far as information, maybe a tip, maybe a trick, I don't know. But yeah, that's today's video. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. If you want to support the channel, obviously subscribe, like, comment. Also, I made a TikTok, so go check out my TikTok channel as well. I'm having a lot of fun posting little tips and tricks on there as well. It's really fun trying to make like a less than a minute video. I'm having a lot of fun with it. So yeah, that's today's video. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Be good to one another, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.